Moore posts up on Osborne, left of the lane, got into the lane. He throws it back behind to Gray, and Gray turns around and he missed the dunk. And then got the ball back and laid it up and in. The strength of Luke Gray missed the...
4 fouls here in 9 minutes.
Bjerke lets one fly, left it short, long rebound. Who's it going to go to? And Luke Gray finally corrals the loose ball. Pride, beautiful pass underneath for Gray, lays it in, and the foul.
Oh, man.
42-40. Under 10 minutes left to go in the ball game. McBride into the corner for Moore. Moore in the paint. Outside. Gray will launch a three. And he's got it. Takes it out. Robinson a pump fake. Step back three on the way. In and out. Offensive rebound. Gray muscles it in. And the
set to have.
Good things tend to happen.
Yes.
Skipper's a 70% free throw shooter. He missed it with the offensive rebound to Alajiki. Underneath to Gray, spins back to the right, and lays it in.
That's when South Dakota will get deflections and steals.
Stewart through traffic, too strong, and the rebound scooped up by Luke Gray. ORU has gotten stops when they needed it. You just need to figure it out on this end of the floor, which against South Dakota, you probably didn't think you'd be saying that, at least when you look at the numbers.
They give up a high field goal percentage, and they also, have a ton of possessions.
Gray finally changed.
Determined to get that in the basket. Did a great job of keeping his composure and laying it up.
Miller's just going to try and dribble right through this press, and he does so successfully. Gets the switch onto Birchill. Miller inside, behind the back to Gray, muscles it through. Nice. Forte silences everybody.
That's the first time Forte was able to use his crafty movements and get an easy layup. They've done a good job of making him take difficult shots.
Lob underneath, and Gray throws.
Get him to the bench, but I think Coach Springman knows how important he is on that offensive end, so they're going to stay with McBride.
Alajiki steals the 10th rebound of the game from Gray. Bounces it up ahead. Moore, Gray, all alone. It's hammer time.
The rim, reverse for two. Took a while, but finally somebody scores, and it's the Tommies. They lead 2-0. Gray with it, the left of the lane, guarded by Bjerke. Gets rid of it to McBride, right along the left sideline. Back to Gray. Gray working in the paint, tipped away by Minnesali. Gray got it back and takes it off the glass for two. 8-6, Tommies. Here's a Bjerke three from the angle right. It's no good. Rebound to Oral Roberts. 8-6. Tommies with the lead at the 15:42 mark in the first. Miller goes into the paint for Gray. Nobody there, and he flushes it down.
Offensive possession for South Dakota. Chase Forte, right elbow, accelerates through contact, lifts one up, too strong, no. Rebound pulled down by Jackson Skipper, and Oral Roberts has the basketball. Here's Jalen Miller up the right side, crossover dribble, drives in, jump stop, pivots around on his left foot, back out to Luke Gray. Now Miller controls. He'll bounce it up to Gray, top of the point, thought about the three, holding on. Now he's just going to launch it from long range and bury play. With that, Smith is out. Cameron Fens is in for the first time tonight. Oral Roberts with basketball. Jalen Miller going to push ahead, trying to ride Isaac Bruns all the way in, tried to throw a pass that was deflected by Fens into the hands of Luke Gray. ORU will keep it. Coyotes nearly got a takeaway on that possession. JoJo Moore, right wing, double team help, pass into Luke Gray. He'll body up at Fens, spins off of Fens, throws one off of the window. Scores, and Isaac Bruns adds two more. He's got 6 points tonight. Oral Roberts with the basketball. Coyotes, not as much press defense. Oral Roberts figured that thing out in a hurry. Coyotes have sagged back a little bit here the last couple of possessions. We're at the midway point of the first half. South Dakota and Oral Roberts tied at 22. Moore to the inside. Got it off to Luke Gray. Through traffic.
go Moore on the baseline. He cannot run because it was not a made basket. Gets it into McBride. Now he lobs it over to Miller, far sideline. Miller will dribble it up, lobs it back right in front of us to McBride across the timeline. McBride at midcourt gets double team, lobs it up, one-handed catch, Gray, and he throws it down.
Asserting themselves in physical nature on the offensive end, attacking the rim.
McBride dribbles around the screen, leaves it back for Gray. Gray will spot up, lets it fly, and he stuck it on the back. Thompson finishes with the left hand. That's a tough look for Bryce Thompson. The Oklahoma State women got their Big 12 play started last night with a win over Iowa State. As J.C. Hoyt's squad moved to 1-0 in league play, and I believe 11-1 now on the season.
Well, on the other end, a mini fast break opportunity.
Trap still active for Oklahoma State. McBride eyeing things up in a 7-point game. Gray getting some significant minutes. They dump it off underneath to him again. He spins away, and he's fouled and one for the freshman, Luke.
Boy, ORU's looking a little gassed.
And it's at a time where the pace has significantly accelerated in this game. More into the paint. Kicks it out, McBride. Trying to split defenders. Dumps it underneath to Gray. Gray finishes over Vukovic.
Elijah Hawkins.
High of the night. Of course, Dylan is the transfer from Washington State that originally committed to Idaho State out of high school, but wound up going to the Cougars before transferring here.
Got it into Luke Gray down low, and really Jackson at 13.
Good penetration by Dylan Darling and a very nice assist.
Out on top, Luke Gray, step back, three, ball good. Woo! Luke Gray tickles.
But unfortunately, it didn't connect for Missouri State. Looks like they're going to come back with some more pressure, which hurt ORU the last time down the floor.
Robinson with it after the pass from McBride. Now they give it right back over to McBride. 23 on the shot clock. They get it over to Alajiki. Now right back to McBride to reset. McBride at half court. Dribbles right to the top of the key. Now Robinson with it right wing. Finds Gray underneath. Layup good. Missouri State, things might get out of hand. 3 minutes left to go. A lot of ground to make up for this ORU team. McBride to Alajiki, top of the key. Alajiki goes right. Alajiki gets into inside the paint, looking for some sort of help, kicks it out for Miller. Miller at the left wing, gets inside. Nearly spun and slipped. Fed it underneath. Luke Gray lays it in. Nice find by Miller yet again.